Hey guys, recently just ended my shower, drying off. My foot is wrapped up, free of any germs in the air or any germs that may want to infect my foot. But it's wrapped up. I picked up I purchased some gauze, the little foot wrap, but I just used a paper towel to tie it up, and I'm gonna put a sock over it, and little makeshift band-aid. I didn't want to spend too much on band-aids because I'm going to work on saving my money more. I'm going to talk about that later in the video. um or something else next. So yeah, I want to start dividing everything I'm talking about in the video since I finally learned how to work with my camera. My foot is not infected, but when I walked on it for a few days after I gained that ability once again, it was a little sore. I felt a little a little pain in my little toes, the bottom part. So I stopped. It didn't make a lot of sense to walk on it, in the house. But I've been covering the cut, spraying it down with antiseptic spray, and you know, hopefully the color should change in a couple days. I see the change, and I'm just concealing it, keeping it clean, because I don't want to lose this foot. This is my only right foot. You only get one. I didn't get a definite yes from the job yesterday, but yeah, I haven't lost faith in God. Like I said, still a believer here. I'm just trying to. I think what I'm a little stressed out about is, and I don't want to think about it, but you learn when you reach my age that nothing really matters but your blood, the people that are your own blood, if you have that still. I mean, and it's not much of if they do things for you, because I'm at this point where I don't want no one doing anything for me. I want to learn how to just be, stand on my own 2 feet. But, some parents, like I said, they don't, some give up on their kids, some just look at their kids as an obligation until they turn 18. So I told you in my last video, music is a waste of time. And anything that I tell you on here, I will be honest and tell you where I get my information from, where I get my talking points from, because I like to give. I got this from this dude on here. Let's just say I'm not going to say any names, but he accused at least a few people of stealing his talking points over the years. And he just said that, well, just make sure you tell people where you got it from. And I can understand that, but it's more like he was saying it where he wanted like some kind of compensation. He wanted notoriety. Like that meant more people coming to his channel. It meant more than the message itself. But I'm gonna tell you what I'm about to say right now is inspired by a female YouTuber from Canada. Her name is Explorer Vor. She's from Canada. I don't know if she speaks Canadian French, but I believe it's pronounced Explorer Vora. I stopped learning French um like over like almost 3 years ago. I don't want to put her whole channel on blast, but just type it in. If you want a link to her videos, just ask me. But she is a minimalist like me. Well, I'm not much of a minimalist because of my books. I'm more of an anti-consumer. She's a minimalist. I try not to buy things that I feel have no value. I'm trying to get that way with food because a lot of the foods are slowly killing us every day. I just read that on my news feed that microplastics are the catalyst of Parkinson's disease, which my father has. But I like her channel. I've been watching her today. She is where I'm trying to get. And what inspired me from what I'm going to start promoting on here, what inspired me with this section of the video from her is, so I'm no longer listening to music. You know, I can tolerate church music, of course, like what I listen to in church, but I don't listen to music on my phone. What I'm going to substitute that with, and I hope I'm talking to maybe the two people that watch me that are inspired by my message, is listen to more godly music. And I'll explain that in a second. But she lives in total silence. She's at peace. I don't believe, I don't know if she's a Christian. She doesn't talk about religion. She's more like spiritual, earthly. And that's sort of the same thing. It's just Christianity is more about doctrines and rules and regulations, principles, transgressions. But she lives in silence, and what I'm promoting now is, this is, if you could, you need to turn in give up your love of music for godly music. Godly music would be any sound, any natural sound from natural occurrences. Like rain is a natural occurrence, thunderstorm is a natural occurrence, hail is a natural occurrence. You can't hear sunshine, obviously, but when you think of nature, like the outside, find videos where you can hear the birds chirping, you can hear the crickets at night, you hear the rooster in the morning. Those are animals, of course, but when you think of outside, you think of outside noises. That's what I call godly music. I'm trying to get in the habit now of playing godly sounds while I study. So I can learn how to block out and forget about the past, because the interviews that I would listen to while I read my books, they're really not helping me come at peace. Like, they're not helping enough. It's almost like it's like it just sort of, it's like a crutch I use, and I'm never really going to get better. And there's certain things I have to stop doing to forget about my past. But if you want to stop listening to music, and I highly advise that you do, please listen to just natural sounds. Rainfall, thunderstorm, lightning. I mean, that doesn't have to be dark, but this is the thing. Over time, find these things that you feel are more serene, more that can bring you at peace, because that's what I'm trying to obtain right now.